Sally of the Wandering Dildos.
No. Oh, my socks are on all wrong.
Socks on backwards. Just a point towards the outside.
I thought they were on both sides.
I feel very socksy.
Oh my God. All right. I'm ready. All right. We got our matching Lustery socks. Oh, it says Lustery on the bottom. I didn't know that. All right, we're ready. Right? We're ready. We got a lot of shit to do. I am Sally Sexy.
I'm Mitch Gigundo.
And this is
the Crazy Camming Couple Podcast.
With special guest star, Lily the Barking Bean. Oh boy. Hello, my lovelies, and welcome to another, this is going to be a doozy.
Doozy.
Yeah, it's going to be a floozy doozy episode of Sally Sexy and Mitch Gigundo. Has got a lot to talk about.
Yeah, it's getting weirder as the days go on.
I mean, I have notes. That's why I have my phone here.
She's begun taking notes.
Yeah.
For these podcast episodes.
Yep.
Oh
yeah.
my goodness. Oh my goodness.
I got notes. So how is everybody doing out in Kinkland? Kinkland,
which is right next to Fetishland.
And, and
right.
And
well, to the west of Smutland.
Smutland. That's awesome. Oh my God, what a funny week this was. All right, so do we need to talk about our feet?
Yes, I think we should start with our feet because we didn't know what the hell these things were when we got them in the mail.
I'm like, I got a package from Germany, and
it's a very nice German package.
And he's like, "What'd you buy from Etsy?" I said, "I didn't buy anything from Etsy. I don't know why I'm getting anything from Germany." And then we opened it up, and Lustery sent us a present: socks.
I feel very socksy.
They're very socksy. And what do they say?
You can say it.
Home is where the porn is. Like, check it out. I don't know if you can see
marketing people that are in my vein, like they get me.
That's the best. That's the best one I've seen yet. Thank you, Lustery. Thank you. Home is where the porn is.
Home is where our porn is.
And it is just so true now. So.
Oh my goodness.
So that's our socks. That was our big excitement, our big gift for the week.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. I was like, that's pretty neat.
Yeah, it was very nice. We got a sticker. We bought a little trash can finally for all our cum rags, our cum wipes upstairs, and whatever sloppy, messy stuff we're getting into. Our cleaning stuff. So we bought a little trash can, really cute, little foot guy, and we stuck "Home is where the porn is" right on top.
Right on top. So every time you open the can,
mm-hmm.
we're reminded of what's going on.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh
baby.
Yeah. So, all right. So I'm looking at my notes.
Noties.
And so we tried camming. This was Sunday or Monday?
No, the first day we had no problems, and then it was like we went on when we don't usually plan on going on. I think it was Tuesday. Tuesday? Because we came on Monday.
Was it?
Monday was a holiday, so we were home and we were like,
yeah. But it was, no, I think it was actually Sunday we did it. Where we had the issue.
Yeah, I don't remember which day it was, though.
So we went on, and it was just nothing. Nobody.
We were on Stream8. Which goes out to a billion different white label sites. And we're like, sitting there, and we got Chatterbait on one side and Stream8 on the other side. And Chatterbait does its usual thing where people come in and ask and stuff. But Stream8 consistently at the bottom, you can see like who's sort of peeking at what's going on.
Yeah.
Like who's there, and it just consistently stayed at 0. And I'm like, that thing never stays at 0, man.
No, even if no one's in our room, there's like 20 or 30 people out in the world just watching what we're doing.
Yeah, it's hovering over they hover over, and that means that they're potentially looking at you. And click on and go into the room. So I'm like, this is not right. This is not. So I'm like, all right, Mr. IT guy's back in the fucking room.
Yeah.
So I I jump in and I go over to StreamMate.com and I start looking, and I'm hovering over the models that are on there, and it's showing them offline. Everybody's offline. If you click on them though, if they're online, it goes in. But then there's other ones that showed offline. But us, who was online, we were in the offline page, and I was like, "Oh, it's just showing us completely offline. That's why nobody's coming in."
Yeah, nobody thought we were there.
We were gone. Yo, we got ghosted by StreamMate.
Totally.
We got ghosted by StreamMate.
Totally.
So we sent them an email. We sent a customer support email. I said, "Yo, man, what's going on?" And they actually got back to us right away. Next day, they said we were aware of the problem. It's been fixed and blah blah blah.
Yeah, so we were totally ghosted that night. Everybody didn't think we were on. We were on. We were ready. We were waiting, and nothing. It was like parched, dryville. Like nothing. No one to quench our thirst. No one to wet our willy. No one to suck our dicks. No one to eat my pussy. No one. What a disappointment. Right?
Yeah, it was because we go on the ChatterBait. We usually run ChatterBait and StreamMate at the same time, and then sort of try to like maneuver the two. And ChatterBait actually is getting more people to actually chat with us on there, but StreamMate's a consistent thing where people come in, they're set and they're talking.
Yeah, yeah. We're always getting fucked on StreamMate.
So,
to put it lightly.
Yeah, so it really quieted the evening down. So.
Yeah, you started your little Gigundo went. Sure.
Yeah, because then I got to figure out why it's not working. Is it something that's going on our end? Is it this? Is that? It's blah blah blah. And then it's like. So yeah, that was not so fun. That was not fun.
No.
So we actually what did we do that that night because we made something on ChatterBait.
That was the foot rub. Was
that the footy?
Yeah, we had a week of feet.
Foot week. It's like Shark Week, but with feet.
Yeah, we don't normally get a lot of foot fetish people, but for some reason this week in particular, every night it was like a foot job, a foot this, a foot that, shoes. So and I'm stoked because I love it. It's fun. It's something different. It's it gives my pussy a break, and it's just I find it fascinating. So we had a gentleman come on that wanted me to take my shoes off and rub my feet all over your face.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, and I was like, so my idea was like, all right, well, I'm going to spin around and put my head towards our new sex couch, which I think you saw last week. And you're just going to put your feet on my head and just start rubbing all over my face. I was like, that sounds really good to me. I like that idea. Put stockings on. And you were like, no, spin around the other way, and I'm going to do it like this.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't think that's really what he wants.
Yeah, I didn't know.
But I know better than to discuss things with Sally because it's like, no, it ain't going to work.
I didn't know. He was right. I was wrong.
So we did it that way for a while, and then the guy said what he wanted, and then I flipped around and I put the camera, like the point of view camera, on my face, your feet, and he was absolutely in hog heaven.
Yeah, he loved it.
And I like it too. I was very relaxing. It was like getting a facial with feet. It's just all over my face, just rubbing me down. My
feet didn't stink.
Not really, no.
No, all right, because they can be a little, hey, it's feet.
Really stink. But I felt really good. I was like, you can do that a little bit longer. I'm okay with that.
Yeah. I tried to rub you really good. I tried to make it, like a foot, massage. Really so, yeah, so that worked out really well. But there was somebody else that same night that wanted a foot job, too. And it was like, they were like back to back. It was one right after the other. But I think that was, yeah. It was like a foot job and then the foot rub on your face. So
yeah, I think the foot job and the foot thing was the same night. We were having it was a lot of feet. There's a lot of feet going on. I was like, all right, guys, you're into the feet. Let's feed it up.
Yeah,
feed me.
So it was, so it was fun. It was something different and something new, and he seemed like he was a very, very happy gentleman. And then we went on to cam the next day, right?
I guess so.
Yeah.
It all becomes a blur.
It did become a blur. But I'm pretty sure we went on the next day or something, and that was when we had the Dirtiest Bird came on.
Dirtiest Bird.
Who we've had before, the Dirtiest Bird, and he was having a good time. We were getting him off, and next thing he knows,
I felt sorry for him.
You tell him,
but it was hilarious. I forgot about this. You hear, oh shit, fuck, oh, I gotta go, guys. I'm sorry, I gotta go. Sorry. And I was like, oh shit, as soon as I walked in on him or something must have happened.
Oh my god!
But it was going really well, and I was like, oh, this poor bastard, man. I just want to fucking relax, get off, and have a fun time.
Yeah.
And it's like,
but it was shit, fuck. I gotta go. Sorry, guys, I gotta go. And I was like, life, it happens, you know?
Life interrupt us.
Oh my god.
That was a bummer. It was a bummer all the way around with the.
Yeah. Oh,
right in the middle of getting it done, and boom goes the dynamite, as they say.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that was.
Yeah, well, you know, it's like it was just things, you know. It's confessions of a cam couple. These are things that this is what we experience, and it's real life. So
it's really real life.
And then we're on Thursday night with more foot jobs, and I think this is when the whole my hairbrush my feet.
Yeah, the hairbrush thing was like, and I was like, oh, we got a hairbrush up here. And you're like, really? I was like, yeah, because I remember putting it away, and I put it in the drawer. I was like, it's right over there. You grab it. And it's like straight up, like doing things with the feet. I felt great when she was rubbing my face with her feet, but it's not like getting me hard and turning me on. It's not like a fetish kind of thing where feet turn me on.
No.
And tickling doesn't turn me on either. Like tickling her doesn't like. But this guy wanted me to tickle her feet with a hairbrush. This reminds me of that stripes thing. Tickle your ass with a feather. What?
He wanted.
The nice weather we're having.
He wanted a lot of things. He wanted electric toothbrushes. Yeah.
He started with the hairbrush.
Yeah.
Then it was the electric toothbrush. There was something else.
He wanted the doomy.
The doomy. So I'm tickling away there with the hairbrush, and he wanted to know how much it would be for 10 minutes.
Something like that. Yeah.
So it was like 200 tokens. We said, and he's like, really? I was like, yeah. So we went for it. And then he took the doomy out, and I just kept an eye on the clock, and we got to like 10, 11 minutes. And I'm like, all right, yeah, that's cool. And then he turned around and he asked, how much was it? 1,000 tokens or something?
Yeah.
I get that 1,000 tokens is
how long?
Is like, yeah, for how long for that? And Sally's like, well, how much is that? Like $5? I was like, no, it's $50. And so I'm like, how long do you want to go for? And I was like, at this point, I had StreamMate still running, and I'm like, if anything happens, I'm not hard. I'm not turned on. I'm negotiating with the guy over like how long I should tickle Sally's feet, and I'm like, this does not turn me on in any way, shape, or form. And
well, I think a lot of it was just the negotiation part. Like if he had just paid like so much for so many minutes and just said, you know, and just did it, we would have been fine with that. But the whole like, well, how much for this long? How much for that long? And it's like we have a menu, you know, and it's just like follow the menu.
Yeah, I mean, we didn't have anything on it for tickling feet with a hairbrush, but afterwards it led me to go back to the Chatterbait site and redo all of our menus and everything, and really get things more straightened up on there so it's more obvious. And then we both discussed it. We're like, well, if somebody comes in, they have like this very specific thing that they want to do. Instead of saying, well, this is how much it's going to cost you for this amount of time. It's like, if you want to do that, just take us into private.
Yeah.
Take us into private on Chatterbait, and we'll go and do whatever you want to do. So this guy came back again today.
Yeah.
And started the negotiation thing back and forth. About, dude, just go into private. Just take us into private. He goes along, oh, what about 200 tokens? I was like, then he wanted to know how long he would go for 300 tokens.
Yeah.
And it's just like this weird negotiation thing. And we had on there, I think we had Tickle Feet on there now.
We do.
I think we do have like 5 minutes of Tickle Feet. We changed all the stuff on Chatterbait. So now we have like a menu of most of the things that we can think of. And it also says for personal requests, send us a PM and we'll go private. So, yeah. I don't have a problem doing any of these things, but it's also like, I don't want to sit there and negotiate for 20 minutes on...
Yeah, because he never came in. We told him for 10 minutes, 200 tokens, and he never bothered. And he's like, well, I want you to do it really hard this time. I'm like, that's fine. Whatever you want.
The harder you go, though, when you're trying to tickle somebody, the less you're tickling them. Yeah,
but that's the point. And it's like, that's the point of it. It's not really
I guess I don't get the point.
Yeah.
Again, I just want to remind everybody that my kind of porn is like from Mark Dorcel. That's very sexy, lingerie clad people, beautiful people having beautiful sex. They look probably I don't want to see people getting hit, beat, smacked,
spit on.
That's not my thing. I like lots of passionate, wild fucking. That's my thing.
And we get that a lot. People ask that, like, especially to do that to me, like smack me in the face or spit on me or hit me, and that's just not our thing.
I'm the guy who watches the movies where, like, a movie where, like, if a woman gets hit by a guy and she finally retaliates and beats the living shit out of him, I'm like, fuck yeah, kick his fucking dumb ass because he's a shithead.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, I don't really get that. I guess, is that a sexual fetish, beating women or spitting on them or cheating?
I don't get that at all. I just see it like in some of the pornos where the guys, she's sucking his cock and then you grab her face and smack her in the face. I'm like, dude, you want her to bite your dick off? Like, what's wrong with you, dumbass? Remember, she's got her lips and her mouth and her teeth around your cock.
Yeah.
She can bite that off before you can fucking...
she can Lorena Bobbitt your ass.
Bobbitt your fucking ass. That's funny.
She really bite his cock off?
Something like that. And threw it in the woods. Remember that whole thing? Oh, my God.
Jeez Louises. So, but after that, we had a man ask about ass eating and ball worship. Do you remember?
I do. I sort of do remember that. I do remember that. I do remember getting my ass eaten and then you stroking my wham from behind.
And I was worshiping. He was like, "Can you worship his balls too?"
Worship.
I was like, "Yes, I would love to."
Please worship my balls.
Oh my God, I love to worship his balls. I do. I love smelling them.
Yes, you've always said that to me, which I always found sort of odd. Like, you like the smell of my balls.
Like 20-something, like almost 20 years ago, I've been saying.
I just want to remind, I do not have any weird things in my, there's no fermunda, because I take care of things down there. Everything's clean. So I am very well groomed. So yeah, it's not, so I don't know, like, I guess there must be a scent because I do have, I do sweat and there's things that happen. I can't help these things.
Yeah, his name was Phoenix. Remember? And he's like, this is the reason why I love you guys.
Because you're just fucking kinky weirdos.
Because you eat ass and worship balls. So I tell you what, when we got people that love us, they love us. They really do.
Yes, they do. They enjoy the sexy intricatness.
So,
oh my goodness. Yeah, that was a fun time.
So it's been a crazy kind of week, like as far as Cammon's concerned, it's been all over the place. A lot of and we have more feet stuff today with the shoes.
Yes. Yeah. Oh, the shoe. Yeah, the shoe
Pop
the shoe. I was like, I knew somebody he was talking about when somebody's at the office and they just got their shoe popped off and he was like, "Hey baby, how's it going?"
Yeah, your shoe's like swinging off your toe,
your foot, and you're just sort of like, you want me to take these off and wrap them around your head.
He wanted black pumps and
black pant. I was like, yes, we do, because that's one of the things I find to be very sexy.
Wow, you and him had a lot in common.
Betty Page heels, I love them. I love them.
So we got it done for him. He was tipping us, and he was having a good old time doing that. So again, more foot fetish. I'm like, yeah, let's do it.
Foot fetish again.
Again. And then, there was the whole dildo issue we had like a week ago where,
Fire pussy,
and had to, get that straightened out and make sure the dildos were clean. And the dildos we had, we were a little overzealous when we bought them because they're ginormous. They're huge. I mean, it's not even just that they're long. Like, we got one dildo up there. I can't even fit it in my mouth. It's just so big.
Yeah, I don't know who uses these things, man, but they're like, wow, like you're either stretched out to the max or just big to begin with, but wow, I can like imagine.
Yeah, so I'm like, I kept thinking, I'm like, all right. And we've been getting a lot of people asking me to ride dildos. So I kept thinking all week, I'm like, we got to go shopping. Like, I really got to find a properly fitted dildo that isn't going to wreck me.
Well, that's what we talked about that last week because we went to that place, Fantasy Gifts. But you didn't see anything that struck your fancy.
No, I didn't. They just seem a little too girthy to me. And I think that's where my problem is. I need easy slide in, slide out. So...
You never used it. You never ever stuck a dildo in yourself until like a few months ago or months ago.
Yeah, no, I've never done that.
All right, that's new. I was like, all right.
Yeah.
There you go.
So, I kept thinking, I'm like, all right, so we don't have a lot of adult stores around us. Like, and if we do, we're going to have to take a drive at least a good hour away or even more. So we went to the one out west last week. I didn't see anything I liked. Very nice store, though. Really kind of like high end, not swarmy or dark or, it was very nice. Yeah, it was a very
nice.
Very
nice.
Fantasy
Gifts
clean,
out there in Western Jersey.
Bright, very friendly, upbeat store. So, all right. So the only other places were Atlantic City.
Everything. Atlantic City down south. There's like 3 of them like within a 2-block radius.
So.
Yerks.
Oh boy!
So when we looked at them online, we're like, a couple of them didn't look too bad. You look at there's a lot of stuff, but where they're just low, it's just Atlantic City, man. Bruce was right.
Yeah,
it's just not.
It's gone. It's in the shitter, man. It's really. It's not good. So we didn't even want to get out of the car, and I'm like driving around the block, and I'm like, all right. I looked over at Gigundo and Mitch, and I'm like, I don't think I'm feeling this. And he already was not feeling it. He's like, I don't want to get out of the car.
I don't want to get out of the car here, man. I'm like, this is all swarmy, seedy.
Mm-hmm.
It's just not my scene. I'm like, this is like worse than going to New York, in the city. So I'm like, yeah, I'm ready to bolt out of here. So we decided to nix the idea of going into the sex shops in Atlantic City.
Yeah.
And we headed off, and she's like, well, is there any place that's around anywhere or any other stores? And I looked down, I was like, oh, there's a place west of here, about 15, 20 minutes we can go to. And she's like, oh, all right, what does it look like inside? And I said, oh, it looks just like your regular porn shop place. It was a theater, actually. Like, they had a movie theater in this place.
Yeah, and peep shows.
And peep shows, the old school peep shows thing. I don't know who uses this in the internet days. I don't know, but okay.
Yeah.
So we headed off down the highway.
Yeah. And we went to the Red Barn.
The Red Barn.
Yeah. And it was a hayloft theater.
Yes.
Is that what it was called?
Yeah, the hayloft.
Yeah. And I'm like, and I tell you what, the place was busy.
Yes, it was. It was like guys were constantly going in and out of there. It was
like,
crazy.
Look at this. And I'm like, and they're all looking at me and Mitch like, what are these two doing in here? Like, they must have been regulars.
Yeah, all the regulars popping in.
Because they were just walking in. And I'm like, what do they have? Lifetime memberships? I'm like, they're not paying. They're not nothing. They're just going through this door to the theater. I'm like, what is going on in there?
Yeah, I don't even want to know.
Yeah.
I don't even want to know.
But it makes you wonder. It's like, where's the peephole? I want to look at the peephole and see what's going on in there. It's cray. So we looked around, and they actually had a very big selection of dildos. And I'm like, all right, well, I need, a dildo that's not really girthy, but it's kind of got some length to it. And then we get a lot of black gentlemen. So I'm like, maybe we should get a black dildo, too. Just to be able to have...
Just be on the safe side.
Yeah, just to be able to accommodate. So, here's the dildos in question.
The dongs of lust.
The dongs of lust.
They look like normal penises. Well endowed, but normal friggin' penises.
Well, it's the thing is, like, the ones we got upstairs are like 3 times this size. And with these, or they're really long with like monster heads on them. And so these are normal to me size. cocks. One's got balls, one's does not. And it's just we noticed there's something very different about these.
Yeah, you shove that cock in my face. Yeah, they do smell like candy, like a chocolatey kind of stuff.
And Mitch thinks it's because these are PVC, and the others were,
I think they're
latex. So
or silicone.
These smell like chocolate. It's the craziest, most bizarro thing, and I've washed them twice because I'm like all paranoid now about irritating myself.
You have to ask Bridget if she has any dildos that have an interesting smell.
Yeah.
There you go.
So, Bridget Holland, if you're listening, and I know you are, Bridget, we got these 2 dildos, and they smell like candy, and it's weird. But like we were saying, they're PVC dildos. So
sniff your cock.
I have not stuck one up me yet, so I don't know if it's going to irritate me or not. I think the problem arose because it was a cum shot dildo that basically was dirty. So I know that's why I had issues.
The dirty cum shot sounds like a drink.
Yeah,
a dirty cum shot.
I want a dirty cum shot, shaken, not stirred. So so here's our new dildos. We got one a color and one little white baloney pony, and these will be our new toys. So come check us out while we're camming and ask for the candy scented dildos. And then we'll see what happens.
Candy Wang.
Yeah, Candy Wang. And I'll do a full report next week because I'm sure I'll be using at least one of these by then. And we'll see how my pussy makes out.
Hopefully it'll be okay, because it would be a bummer to have spent that money and then not. Lick a dick.
Lick a dick. They even taste like candy. You want to taste one?
That's okay.
You sure?
Yeah, I'm trying to get down.
Okay. No dildos for you in the mouth?
Not tonight.
So they're a little hairy right now because we're in bed with them. And they're sitting in my lap. So, So we drove around all over the place looking for these. And in the interim of doing that, Mitch, that's a big word for me. Mitch also found another place we're going to visit out in
Philadelphia.
Yeah.
The city of brotherly love.
Yeah, and apparently sex shops and leather clubs.
Yeah, we watched the videos of their place and we're like, oh, this is interesting.
What was the name of the place we want to visit?
Oh, my passion. Well, I know that the upper floor of it is called the Sexplatorium.
Oh, all right.
And then it was the Passion.
Let me look it up.
Passional. What the hell is it? It's something. It's Passional. It's boutique. Something boutique. Because I put into the search engine adult boutiques, not adult bookstores, because I don't want to read adult things. I want a boutique because we used to go to a place, as we've mentioned, La Chateau Exotique. And it was awesome, man. It was run by a woman, and it had cool clothes and sex stuff and whatnot. But it was just awesome, and it was high end.
Dream Boutique Passional. Okay, so it's Passional Boutique and Sexplatorium.
Yep. And so Sally went into our local grocery store to get us some stuff, and I'm sitting here going, "There's got to be some better friggin' sex shops around because this sucks." Yeah. And I was like, "Oh, look at this place." I was like, "It's in Philadelphia." I'm like, "Oh, it's in Philadelphia. It can be a little." But then I saw the picture of the outside. I'm like, "Oh, this looks like it's in a good spot at Philadelphia." And then I saw the pictures. I was like, "Oh, this looks really good." And then I was like, "Oh, it's run by a woman." I was like, "Oh, this gets better and better and better." And then I started really looking at it. I'm like, "Oh," and I went to their Twitter page and their Instagram page. I'm like, "Oh, this is what we're looking for. This is
good."
And then when we got home, we took a look at their YouTube channel, and they have some very good videos. And it was very interesting because they're heavily into the
Yeah.
The kink lifestyle thing. It's all leathers and latexes and ponies and bronies and all these things. And
tails and furries and...
Yep, all that kind of,
all that kind of stuff.
So it looked, and then of course they have all cool, sexy clothes. And I was like, oh, this is like, we like to go to places like that because that's
3 levels in the building. Like the first level is clothing. The second level is all the sex toys.
Yeah, all the kinky stuff.
And then the third level is the school where it's the sexploratorium where they have classes. So, is that in the... This is what I wanted to ask. When we used to go to the Comic-Cons, there was one time where we took a walk to go eat in a restaurant that was in a little brownstony...
Yeah, I think it's down like that area, like down,
really thin road, like really small roads with a lot of cobblestone streets.
Yeah, it's down that part of Philly.
That's what it looked like.
Yeah, it's in that part of Philly. So it looks... and I was doing the Google Street thing, and I'm looking all around, and it's all like, it's not like going to Atlantic City where we're like, oh.
Yeah, no, you did not want to get out of the car in Atlantic City.
So this we're planning to get our asses out there and see what this is like.
Yeah, Mitch laughed at me because when we were driving around Atlantic City, I hit the lock the doors button.
I'm like, nobody's gonna jump in the car, and it's funny because we're driving, and it's all casinos and everything around us, but still, it's just not.
No, there's too much people, too many people walking through the roads.
Yeah, I'm not a fan. I've never been really a fan of Atlantic City.
Yeah,
not my scene, yo.
No. So yeah, so that was our week.
It's been a heavy. She's got 2 dildos laying on her chest. my pet schwanzes.
My pet dildos. It's like my left foot. My pet dildos.
Pet dildo. Yeah, so it was an interesting little week here of sexy things, and now next weekend we're going to go away for basically a day, but it'll be really a couple of days. We'll be gone, and we're going to go relax in a heated pool and jacuzzis and a nice huge room and do some sexy stuff. We'll do some photo shoots and mess around and relax. And
we'll be camming.
Yeah, we're supposed to cam.
We're going to cam, and this time we won't make me bleed.
Yeah, we won't stick Sally with the
shoes,
the high heel red shoes that she has, those sexy heels. Oh.
Yeah, it cut me up pretty good, huh?
Yep.
I totally forgot about that.
Yeah, blood on the bed in that place.
Yeah, it was a total accident. I stabbed my thumb, is what it was. Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Oh my.
Look at that little peanut.
She's passed out. It's like, I'm tired of you freaking idiots.
She's here. The cat's down there. Everybody's on here. So that's pretty much all I got. Oh, and wait a minute. We did. There was one more thing, I think. Oh, we fucked your ass tonight.
Yeah. Sally took care of some business. It was a good night for Peg and Gigundo.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And what does that mean?
That means that the let's see, how do I, the defecation god shined upon my ass, and everything was clean and ready to go back there, and it was I wasn't the turtle wasn't poking.
Thank goodness.
Yep. So we went in there, and she was going to town, and I was like, I was having a good time. So, yep, I was riding her cowboy style.
Yeah, but that happened during the whole Tickle Man thing, where this other...
Yeah, he was in there that whole time, and he just didn't want to move forward on it. And I'm like, oh, dude, what do you want, man?
He was like, I'm ready. And then this young guy came in, and he's like, 10 minutes, fuck him in the ass. Cha-ching. And I was like, all right, we're going for it.
10 minutes, fuck him in the ass. 10 minutes, fuck him in the ass.
And
that was good. That was a good time.
Yeah, and that's how we ended our night, was fucking Mitch in the ass. Usually that's said in a way that's pretty derogatory, but not in this house.
Fuck me in the ass, and I loved it.
Yeah, and I love doing it.
She does. She gets her little purple strap on, and the next thing you know...
Yeah, my little purple strap on! And I'm like, pa-bing, pa-bing, pa-bing! Right?
Yeah, so you look like a dominatrix because you're like taller and you're built, and you're like, yeah, you want this, don't you? Yes, I do. Please, thank you.
You're gonna like it. You're gonna like it. You're gonna take it right.
And I'm secure in my masculinity. I don't have a problem with this. Thank you. Oh my goodness.
All right. So, this is Sally Sexy saying, if you ever get a package from Germany, definitely open it up because they send good shit. Thank you, Lustery. Thank you for my socks. Thank you for our socks. We love you.
Oh, and the other thing we have to mention is this is actually going to be the first episode that will be on LSM TV.
Tell them all about it. Oh my God, tell them all about it.
I almost forgot, and it was so let's see. A few months ago, here on the Cassidy Swinger site, and I saw this thing called Lifestylers Magazine, and it has women on there, and they have their little online magazine thing that they do, and I was like, oh, Sally, want to be on the centerfold on this thing? She's like, sure, why not? Fuck it. So we picked out a bunch of photos of her, and we sent them off, and then they put them up there, and then the people who run it noticed that we did our podcast on our YouTube channel and hit us up, said we'd like to put the podcast on our little channel thing that we're working on. We're working on a website that's going to have like lifestyle or kind of stuff. And we're like, yeah, sure. He goes, well, all right. And he put one episode on there. And then he came back to me and he said, would you be okay with putting a intro on there of the channel? I was like, yeah, that's no problem. I just, send it over. And it took him a little bit of time, but he had somebody make up a thing. So now that's what you saw in the beginning of the episode was that little poof of clouds. And then it was like, I want my LSM TV.
Yeah.
So, you'll be seeing every episode of that from now on. So it's going to be a little intro there on YouTube, and they are putting us out on their little channel. So we're pretty stoked for that.
A little channel or a big channel?
It's going to be a big channel, I'm sure.
Yeah.
So so we're freaky bodikis that'll be out there getting with our beats. So thank you, LSM TV, for
big shout out.
Yes,
LSM, thank you. We thank everyone who thinks of us because we're just a little guppy in a big fishbowl of goldfish.
We're just little guppies in a big fish tank of sexy naughtiness.
Yeah.
Of jizzy goo.
Yeah. Of primordial ooze.
Sounds like a porn name. Hi, what's your name? Jizzy goo.
Jizzy goo. Jizzy a goo goo.
Oh, kachi goo goo go go jizzy goo goo.
Jizzy,
He's speaking in tongues. He has been touched
by the jizzy goo goo.
More than one occasion, I can tell you that much. All right, so I guess that's enough for me for the week. I'm pretty much burned out on talking. Although I'm sure I'll wake up tomorrow and go, I'm horny again. So what are we doing?
Yeah. Yeah, it's been a busy week, man. I'm that driving around today, I think, just sucked it out of me.
Yeah, I hate driving. That's why I was like, you can drive us down and see, we'll get you some dildos.
Oh boy, sorry. But anyway, thank you, everyone. We love you all, and come join us, and we'll see how these dildos work. Who knows? I might be out driving around next weekend buying more. I'll be like, I don't know, the smell of these is too much. I can't handle it.
And I'll go down there and eat her pussy, and I'll be like, oh, your pussy smells delicious, like chocolate dildos.
You can smell them, can't you?
Yeah, I can smell them. Yeah,
it's strong.
The scent of sexy chocolate is strong in this
one. I was just wondering, you think this is off-gassing? You think that?
I have no idea what that is.
I gotta Google it. I gotta see what the deal is with this. They're called fins.
There you go.
There you go. Good night.
Good night, everybody.
You think they heard that? That was my stomach. That would be so epic.